So today I want to show you a real sales call that I had a couple of weeks ago, and in this case I was selling a service where I was placing an appointment setter for my client, and at the same time I was offering some consulting services. And in this call I am going to show you everything step by step, what I did. You're going to be able to see the questions that I asked during the call, the presentation that I used in order to sell this service, and at the same time how I prevented some objections. And of course at the end of this video I am going to explain these elements, and also just to give you some context, I contacted this client just with cold outreach. This was mainly with Instagram, and actually I ended up recording a personalized video for this client. But basically I want to show you that getting clients just with cold outreach is possible. In some cases, just by having the right type of content in your profile and in your social media, just by having that in place, you can close a client in an easier way. And at the same time, by adding more personalization to this process, you're gonna have more chances of getting more appointments, but also you're gonna have more chances of closing more deals. So without anything else to say, I want to show you everything, and let's start. Hey, can you hear me?
Hello.
You hear me?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Oh, perfect. I'm doing well. How about you? Where are you calling from? Nice, nice. Yeah. I saw that in your Instagram profile. That's really cool. Yeah, basically in this quick 15-minute call, I just wanted to ask you some questions to really understand your situation. I know that we were talking a little bit on Instagram, but still I just wanted to know a little bit more, and then go from there.
Cool, sounds good.
Yeah, and first of all, is it okay if I record the video? Mainly it's because of...
No worries.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that right now you are technically it's like a coach, right?
Yeah.
How does this work? How are you helping your clients right now? Is it like a 6-month program, a 3-month program? How does this work?
So it's kind of a like a 1-week course, and then coaching afterwards is what it's structured right now. But it's early on, so I haven't gotten any clients yet.
Okay.
And I really thought that this industry needed a course like this. So I developed it myself. So now it's just, trying to get the word out and trying to get people, and
Yeah.
it's a challenge.
Yeah, I understand.
You put so much work into it, and then like you want it to, to help people. And this is a field that a lot of people don't really know about that much. You kind of just fall into it, right? Like I fell into it by mistake. And I wish that I had something that I developed,
Okay.
when I first started. So that's why I did it.
Yeah, getting that kind of help. And
Yeah.
actually, just curious, in this kind of niche, have you seen other coaches? Like you said, maybe there's not a lot of information, but have you been?
So I
you
haven't seen a lot of coaches, but there are like a few programs out there, right? They also have a similar program where they do something like, I think theirs is like 12 weeks and they have externships available and stuff like that. There are like a few, and then there's like the leading one does like some of that. And they've been in the industry for a long time. So there, I do have like a few others, but like a program like mine, to where, you have like approach is not, I haven't seen it, where you have like the one-on-one coaching, you have the group calls, you have coaching along with it. So I really wanted something that was like similar to what I did, but to get into the world, right? So,
yeah, and I completely understand that this is a really important field, right? And like an important choice as a career.
Yeah.
And like you said, maybe it is hard and it is difficult to find information about this, and something like that is important. And actually, for the price for this program, what kind of price point have you been using?
So it's $100 for the program. So that includes like the week structured, learning, the coaching calls weekly, and then the coaching and interview prep afterwards.
Okay. And actually, for this, have you been booking appointments? Have you been talking with people, or what kind of what's like the feedback from the market?
I've been having a few sessions, and the problem is that I had a lot of time leading up to it. So like I got like, leads, and then like a few people only showed up, right? And then recently, I think with building like a landing page in Kajabi, I have gotten like a few more calls, like on my calendar, like maybe within the next few weeks, I have like maybe 5 or 6 calls set up, but it's not to the level that I would like. But honestly, I work full time too. So I just like, I don't do really any outreach myself to kind of get people. I've been having really kind of have people come to me You
Mhm.
know, I do the social media stuff like on LinkedIn and Instagram, and Facebook, and then that's it, right?
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, and actually, that's always like the story that I like to hear. But the story that I really admire, because when you start creating something and people start coming to you, that means that you have something really the foundation for something really big.
Yeah.
And then in a lot of cases, it's just a matter of contacting more people so that you can spread your message, and so that you
Yeah.
can expand, so to speak. And
Yeah,
uh,
exactly. Like, I mean, I'd love to just have a first client and to be able to help one person. Like, that would be, I think it would give me a little bit more confidence, right? That
yeah,
this is something that is valuable and that people need. So yeah,
yeah.
it's
And in this case, what is like the goal when it comes to how many students you would like to have, the ultimate
okay.
goal?
I mean, the sky's the limit, I think. I mean, hundreds. I just know that this industry is such a great industry. I
Yep.
know that there are a lot of people that could get into this industry. It's so broad, like this industry is welcoming to, like, all people of different backgrounds. And there's so many places that you can go with it. So yeah, I'm excited about it. It's hard to get that across, right?
Yep.
So
And besides not, for example, doing the outreach, contacting new people, have you also tried other methods to get clients? Like I know that you said, for example, the funnel in Kajabi, but have you also tried hiring an appointment setter, or maybe running paid traffic, something like that?
not yet. No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think that I have a good clarity on what is happening here. I think that, for example, I am not sure if we talked about this in the conversation, but basically this is just like an introduction. Right now, I started helping coaches because I was an appointment setter for a seven-figure coaching company,
Mhm.
and then after that, some of my friends started to ask me for help, but I
Right.
realized that a lot of times there were just some changes, small changes that they needed to make in order
Mhm.
to actually take their coaching business to the next level, or in this case, getting their first clients. For example, I saw that for the most part, because sending these messages is time consuming, and
Yeah.
because this is yeah, this requires a lot of time. It is exhausting as well. It is repetitive. Because of that, not a lot of people actually send the messages, and that's the same thing that happened to me. Even though I
Mhm.
had this experience as an appointment setter, what happened is that when I launched my business after working with them, I was stuck at zero because I was not sending enough messages. And I was like, I have the experience, but why I am not seeing the results? I think that I just need to put a system, to place a system that will make this work.
Mhm.
So what happened with what we did is that I hired an appointment setter, and
Mhm.
he started sending messages, 100 messages, for example, every single day to prospects on Facebook and Instagram. But depending on your industry, of course, this can also be on LinkedIn. And actually, with your program, probably this will be mainly LinkedIn, right?
Also, maybe LinkedIn and Instagram. I'm not
Uh-huh.
sure. Like, what's the best one. I
Yeah.
mean, I've been getting leads off both.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and actually, yeah, having someone that will do this is important, right? Not only
Mhm.
the messages, but also finding the right prospects and finding the right people, because sometimes maybe they are gonna be in a different country, or maybe they are gonna have a different background. Having someone that can do this is like really,
Mhm.
really the key. So I saw that that basically there were three important pillars to grow your coaching business, to get your first clients. And for example, it's really interesting because one of my clients, she's a software engineer. She has a full-time job as well,
Mhm.
and she doesn't really have the time, so she needed help. It was again she wanted to get her first client, and
Mhm.
because we put an appointment setter for her, someone that will do all of these repetitive tasks. She was able to get her first client just by spending 2 hours a day on her coaching business, but mainly creating content and talking about the things that she liked. So now she didn't have to do the messages. But I think that this is a similar story, because you
Yeah.
already have like a good career, a good job, a good background,
Yeah.
and you also don't have a lot of time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I wish I did. I mean, I work, 45, 50 hours a week, and then
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, so it's challenging. But so basically your services are to do the appointment setting and to do the outreach and all that, right? So what systems do you guys have in place to do that? Would you just like be on my socials to do that, or how do you guys work?
Yeah. So actually, because actually, do you have time? Because maybe we can go over the 15-minute limit, but I want to be respectful as well.
I have a little time. Yeah, good.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I will start explaining a little bit more, but the idea here is that we actually, I will share with you my screen in a minute. But the idea here is that we mainly hire, train, and manage your appointment setters, so that you don't have to do anything, but also we help you with your offer. So we make sure that you actually have a good offer that the market really wants, because I started by just focusing on the appointment setting, just by putting appointment setters in place in the social media of my clients. But I saw that this was not enough, that we could improve certain things to get the best results. But even though we can improve other things, the main part is actually putting someone in place that will send all of these messages. And in my experience, the best results come if they use your social profiles. For example, with Instagram, you can create a new one. With Facebook and LinkedIn, you cannot really do that, so they will have to use your profiles. Or the last case scenario is that they can use their own profiles, but they will get less responses. But just to keep this simple, we vet, hire, train, and manage your appointment setter. And actually, yeah, let me show you my screen, because just so that everything is more clear, because I have here like the pillars and how this works. Not only just about the offer, but the main things that I think that can be helpful for you to get your first clients. So yeah, let me share my screen. Okay, yeah. So can you see it? Let me make this a little bit bigger.
Yep, I can see.
Okay, yeah. So basically, like I said, the pillars are volume, first of all, increasing the number of people who will see your offer. Because if you go, for example, from 300 people that will see your offer, what you do per month, to 3,000, that means 10x the results, right? And it is very easy to say that if you get 3,000 people that will see what you do, you can get an extra, only by booking 1% of those prospects, you can get an extra 15, 20, 30 appointments per month. And with these kind of appointments, you can easily get 2, 3, 4 clients, right? Because I saw that appointments, getting sales calls was the main part in order to get clients, because you can get the feedback of the market. Like you told me, you are already booking some appointments. Maybe that's something that also we could improve, because how many appointments did you have already? How many calls? Are they sales calls?
Yeah, so it's really just a chat to kind of get to know them and tell them about the program and all of that. So I kind of just leave it open-ended for them to tell me about themselves, and then tell them about the program and see if it's something they're interested in. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, because here in this case, maybe it will be also about improving this process to make them more interested, so that they are ready to move forward. And maybe using a script also that will allow you to move the conversation to the sale, because without the proper script, the conversation is gonna go nowhere, right? I mean, they're gonna say, yeah, I am interested. Let's talk about this in 1 month. Yeah, maybe later. Or yeah, actually, this is really interesting. Let's stay in touch. But then they are not gonna pay, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we want them to become a client, not because of the money, but because we want to help them, right? We want to transform their lives. And if they don't have these commitments, they are not gonna take the right actions. So that is the first part, the volume, increasing the number. But the cool part about this volume, like I said, is that the simple solution is just to leverage other people's time. So like I said, with the appointment setters, just by having someone that will do this job 8 to 10 hours a day consistently, from Monday to Friday or from Monday to Saturday, you will get someone that will send 100 messages a day. And this can easily become 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 messages, 4,000 new prospects that will see who you are a month. And yeah, like I said before, booking 25, 15, 25, 30 appointments is not going to be that difficult when you have this kind of volume. And yeah, if with these kind of numbers and with the right script, you can easily close 4 clients, for example. The industry standard is 20%, closing 20% of those clients. Let's say that because this is a new offer, 10%. So at least 2 clients, right? Just to give you an idea of why this is so smart, this is a really cost-efficient way to grow your coaching business or to start getting clients. For example, with this company, I was getting paid 3,000, 4,000 a month. It was not that much, but I was bringing for the company 50,000, 70,000. And yeah, if you are the business owner, you can actually take advantage of this, right? You can be the person that hires someone and gets the best results. And at the same time, this would be a good opportunity for someone. For example, here in Mexico, the salary is 400 a month. So I was making 2K, 4K, so that was like 10x the salary. And the same thing happens in other countries. The other part is that when it comes to the messages, having a good messaging structure is important because this will help you to take the conversations to an appointment in a fast and in an efficient way. There's no need to have like 6, 7, 10 messages. If you can do this in just 2 messages and then book the appointment. And the other thing is getting feedback regularly from another appointment setter. So for example, when I was working for this company, I was the setter and my boss, we were making money, but my boss didn't know how to do appointment setting. So the advice that he was giving me was not really useful because he didn't have the experience. It's like when you go and talk with an expert, he's going to give you a different response compared to someone that is starting out, right? So going to a specialist versus a general doctor, right? For example. And yeah, having this kind of feedback is really important. And yeah, basically, I think that I didn't say this before. Yeah, this was like the system that we were using. We were sending messages, we were moving them to a sales call, and we were selling a $7,000 coaching program.
Do they have as much experience as you, your appointment setters that you have working with you, or is it just you that's going to be taking this on? Or
no, yeah, let me show you the last part of basically what we do. But the idea here is that the appointments, I bet, hire, train, and manage them. So first of all, because they have these conversations, I make sure that they have the right social skills. So these are conversations. So I have to see what kind of social skills they have and what kind of, how their grammar looks like. And even though their grammar is not important that much, you can see that I sometimes I make grammar mistakes, but still I was able to work for this company. I mean, I was using the nobody really cares when it comes to messages. So the thing that I saw is that I help them, but mainly I help them by providing them feedback every day. I saw that this is the best way to improve. So I train them, I show them how to do everything, but at the same time, I make sure that they improve by giving them the feedback every day. Okay, so you have to do this. Instead of saying this, you should have said this. You have to do this, and then feedback, improve, feedback, improve. And after 1 week, they become really good. After 2 weeks, they become experts. Sometimes they are even better than me. So that's why I don't think that it's a matter of having too much experience or training. It's more about getting the feedback fast, taking action. And yeah, that's kind of like the idea.
Okay.
But yeah, when it comes to the systems that we implement here, basically the main part is that we help you by placing and training these appointment setters and by training them on a regular basis, giving them the feedback. So checking their performance, checking that they are giving you the results that you want, checking that they are actually doing the work consistently and in the right way. And the other part is that we also help you to improve your offer so that this can actually become so that you can actually close clients. Because something else that I forgot before here is that also another pillar is creating content, especially videos that are 5 to 15 minutes long, because these are really, really powerful. People will come to you if you hit the right pain points. And I show basically here I would show you how you can, what kind of a structure you can use to create content that will book appointments. So content that people will see and they will send you a message and they will say, hey, I really like this video. Let's book a call. Let's talk. I need your help. And yeah, that's like the key. For example, in the last week, half of my appointments were coming just from my contents. People saying, hey, I really like this. Let's talk. I need what you're doing. I need what you are talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to, in summary, we place and train the appointment setters. I mean, we could say that we show you, because we show you exactly how to do everything, the prospecting and the messages. But even though we show you this, somebody else is going to do it anyway. So you don't have to deal with this. We just help you with the content so that you can talk about the right things to trigger curiosity from your audience, so that they book an appointment and they are more likely to become a client, and we help you with your offer. But the most important part is the placement and the training for the appointment setters. So they do all the hard work. And yeah, it's funny because in school they tell us that that somebody else cannot do our homework, right? But in real life, when it comes to business, actually you can pay for someone that will do the homework for you, right?
That's true.
So that's exactly the same thing here.
Yeah.
We can pay for someone that will do the hard work, and we can keep the rewards, right? Because
Yeah.
this is business. This is business. So that's kind of like the idea of placing
Right.
an appointment setter.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it will bring some value for sure. So how much do you guys charge for your services then?
Yeah. So, but just curious, when you say before that, super quickly, when you said that would bring some value, do you feel like maybe you would want something else, or you would need help with something with a different aspect of your business, of your coaching business?
No, it's definitely, like you said, just bringing awareness to it and knowing, what will, I guess, attract people and having the best offer, like you said. So, other than that, I mean, I'm open to suggestions and, content ideas and all of that. And, so it's definitely, yeah, I think it definitely will bring value for sure.
Yeah. And I think that this is important. I think that it's not a matter, like you said, it's not a matter of decreasing the price. It's just a matter of understanding for example, what your competitors are doing in the same market, so
Yeah.
that you can add things that are valuable. For
Yeah.
example, like I said, when I launched this offer, I tried to add a bunch of things that people didn't want. And then after talking with my competitors, I realized that I needed to do something different, that they were doing something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of putting the right value, using the right words so that using the right words.
And honestly, I'm not like a salesperson, like, right? So like I need to get comfortable with that, right? To like kind of close like the calls, like you said, and kind of like bring it to like a sales kind of, versus like, yes, like I do want to help people and all of that, and that's the main motivation behind it. The money doesn't hurt, obviously. But it's like, I don't know how to I guess close it, right? So I think that's something I will need support with too. So if that is something that you guys help with, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that, for example, closing these deals is it's basically the last part, but at the same time it is the most important part of the process, because that's when finally a prospect becomes a client. And yeah, I think that it's not a matter of being salesy, right? It's just a matter of asking the right questions so that you understand what the prospect wants, and then make the offer. So it's not really like you need to be salesy and be pushy and this is the product, this is the offer.
Right.
Usually the scripts that we use are more like, tell me more about you, tell me more about what you have tried, what you have been doing, what kind of things you want. And now that you understand everything, okay, so actually, because you need this and this and this is exactly this is exactly why what we do will help you with this. And here you have it. Here you have it. And they become a client. That's the idea.
Right.
So yeah, the last part is just the most important part, of course, probably the price, right?
Yeah.
So with what we do, the price is $3,000 for 3 months, and we basically guarantee that you will be able to get your first clients, and that you will be on track to hit at least 10,000, especially with the price point that you have. I think that is very realistic to say that you can get to that point because you already have the experience. You already have the track record here in your industry. So that is always something that we look for, because if someone doesn't have that kind of background, it is very hard to sell something for this kind of price, right? But when we work with people that have this experience, it is very, very easy, because at the end of the day, it's just a matter of having someone that will do this job for you.
Right.
And yeah, I think that I am starting to talk about different topics, but
Mhm.
this is the price.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Like I said, it will bring a lot of value. And do you do like payments and stuff, or is it like a flat fee upfront, or how do you guys, would you be able to split it in three, like 1,000 a month, or how?
Yeah, the what we can do here, because I am confident with your background and with your experience, what we could do here is that we could start with 1,500 in the first month, and then 1,500 in the second month,
Mhm.
or yeah, that would be the second option.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. What do you say? Let's start.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, perfect. So actually, I will send you an input. Let me stop sharing my screen. I will send you an invoice.
Okay.
Is this the? Yep.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do it. I just hope, like I said, that we can get some results. I know it's going to take work from me too, so um whatever we can do to work together to kind of pick things up.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think that having someone that will do this for you will be always really, really helpful, because you will get more appointments. You will start having more conversations with your prospects. I mean, with your ideal clients, and this is going to help you a lot to then create a better offer, and yeah, go start growing.
Yep.
And also, something that I forgot to say is that the cool part about this is that at the end of the day, you don't need an audience. You don't need to have like a big audience. For example, this client, she's a software engineer, like I said, and
Mhm.
she actually had like 10 followers on Instagram, like 3 friends on Facebook, and this was a brand new LinkedIn account as well.
Oh,
So
wow. Yeah, no, for sure. I think just finding the right people too that is interested in the field. So, having somebody that can actually do that research and kind of, you know, at least bring the right people to start that conversation, I think is going to be
yeah,
helpful. Um,
let me just go ahead. Okay, so I just sent you the invoice, and
right.
basically after this, yeah, what we would do is that I am gonna send you an email with access to the program, and you're gonna be able to book a call so that we can start with a plan that we're gonna follow in the next 90 days. And yeah, we can start with that. I will send you the contract as well. And yeah, we can start. And as soon as possible, we can place the appointment setters as well.
Okay. Very cool. Okay. I think that just went through.
Yeah, it went through. So yeah, in a minute, just I'm gonna send you the email. You can book your onboarding call there. We're gonna create the plan for you, and
Mhm.
then yeah, we can start. We can start right away.
Okay.
But yeah, this is basically how this is going to look like, and I will explain in this call what you will have to do, how we can improve certain things, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I am excited for this. I think that the fact that you invested in this is like a really great step, like a step moving forward to help your clients even more, to help your potential clients, right? To help more people. That's the idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and this will be
Yeah,
exciting.
excited. Thank you.
Yeah, so I will send you the email. I will send you the contract, and then you can book a call and we can start working.
Okay. Sounds good.
Perfect. Do you have more questions for me?
Not at this time. So,
Okay, yeah, at any point you can send me a message on Facebook, and then later I think that I will create the workspace for your team, and we can stay in contact there. But I will explain everything in the next call, so that everything is clear.
Okay. So you email me about that then, about the next call?
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, after I finish with this call.
Sounds good. All right, take care.
Perfect. Take care.
Okay.
All right, so now that you watched this video, I want to talk about some important elements that you need to consider here. And these are pretty much the main reasons why we were able to collect $1,500 in this specific deal. And after that, like I said, like you saw in the video, this is a $3,000 deal. But now, some of the things that are gonna help you always to close more deals are this. The first part, having more personalization in your sales process. The reason why this specific client didn't have a lot of objections, one of the reasons is because I added a lot of personalization to this process. So always make sure to add more personalization. This can help you tremendously, not only to book more appointments, but also this can help you to close more deals because people really respect that. If you get something that is personalized, you're gonna be more likely to do business with that person instead of the other company that is sending the same message to hundreds or even thousands of people every day. Now the next part is creating content, because the thing here is that even though with this specific sales call we didn't really leverage YouTube in order to close the deal, a lot of times when you have more content on Instagram, when you have more content on YouTube, your chances of closing this deal are gonna be very, very high, or they are gonna increase dramatically. Just because by creating videos, you are gonna stand out, you're gonna be like an authority in your niche. And I always talk about this, but I promise you, if you create more videos, if you create more content, people are gonna be more likely to do business with you. So make sure to create content. The third part is that actually you always need to prevent the objections. So in this case, you will see me asking a lot of questions and then using that information in order to sell my service. Because when you really understand the situation of your client, then you're gonna be more likely to present your offer in a way that is going to be more attractive. So you always have to listen, and at the same time you have to pay attention to these landmines, these objections that may appear in the future. This is something that I learned from Cole Gordon. Actually, he's one of the biggest players in the game. He's making like $3 million per month. He always talks about preventing the objection instead of handling that. So that is another part. So it's not necessary to be pushy. You will see that in the call, I was not like pushy. The thing with sales is that you just need to understand what your clients need, and after that you have to show your offer, and if this works, then you can move forward. It's just a matter of helping the client to make the decision. You don't want to convince them and force them to do anything, right? You just have to clarify what you're doing and how it can help them in their business or in their life, and that's the key in order to close deals. So always you can simplify the whole process in your presentation when you're making the pitch. You will see that for the first 15-20 minutes I was just asking questions, and then in just 5-10 minutes I started to talk about what we were doing, our offer, but I tried to put everything in a really simple way, because it's not about trying to be like the authority by talking about specific terms and by talking about really complex strategies. The idea here is just to show in a really simple way how your potential clients can be benefited by your offer and by your service. So those are some important things that I wanted to mention. If you want me to cover the strategy that I use for my loan videos, then leave a comment and I will prepare also a video when it comes to that specific topic. And if you want to improve more your appointment setting process, then I will leave a link to a video where I talk about appointment setting. It is actually a full training, a live appointment setting training. This is going to help you to understand how you can book more appointments in the first place. And right here I am going to leave a link where I talk about how we went from $0 to $5,000 in 10 days, and then after that how we ended up going from 0 to 10K in 35 days. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully this video was valuable to you. I just wanted to show you that this is possible and that sales don't have to be, you don't have to be like this sleazy salesman that is trying to be too pushy, that is trying to be too aggressive. You can be real, you can be a real human being, and I promise that with this approach you're gonna close more clients, you're gonna be able to help more people, and of course you're gonna be able to continue growing your business and making a bigger impact. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.